So, hello people. Today I am here with the parts of Constitution which we will of Indian Constitution we will go through. If we are not able to learn it properly, then I am here with a short and brief mnemonics with a very meaningful sentence, and you can recall it very quickly. Your Indian Constitution of Part 25. Let's go through it. So, here is the Indian Constitution, and today we will study about 25 parts in a very brief and actual meaning in a mnemonics way that am having a new mnemonics of the sentence of part 25. So let's go through it. First, you may see here the sentence is like this: you can fly directly from US to UP to meet child of Shyam and now apostrophe. This sentence is one sentence, and after this I will give the another sentence. You may write this in your sheet. First, let me tell what will the first letter of the parts. Okay, first is U. Point out. Second is C. Next is F. Next is D. Next is F. Next is US. Next is UP, and next is M. That's me. M. And next is child C. Next is Shyam's S, and next is Ram R. You please note down in your notebook for quick and recallable understanding. So now let's move to the parts. Now here is the parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have got 11 parts over here till R. That's R means R. Yes. Means 11. Yes, right. 8, 9, 10, 11. Yes. Part 10. Part 11. Now, the parts are like this. Part 1. Sorry. Part 1. Part 1. What is your part 1? Part 1 that I told you, U, that stands for Union Territories. And part 3. Part 2, that mnemonics word was C. That stands for citizenship. That stands for C, citizenship. So here I go. U stands for Union Territories. That is part 1, and part 2 is citizenship. That's mnemonics was our you can. Okay, so C from C stands for citizenship. Part 1, this is part 1, and this is part 2. Now we will go to part 3. Part 3 mnemonics was F. That was word fly. Let's see part 3. Part 3 was part 3 is fundamental right. F, fundamental rights. Okay, part 3 is our fundamental right. Now, part 4, our mnemonics word is D. Our mnemonics word directly, you may see, is D. D stands for about part 4. Part 4. D stands for directive principle of state policy. What is this? So now let's see part 3. I have given the word F. So F stands for fundamental rights. What is part 3? And what is in part 4? Part 4 में क्या है? Part 4 में हमारा है D. Mnemonics word is D. So full form is directive principles of state policy. Right? Part 3 is our fundamental right, and part 4 is our directive principle of state policy. What was part 1? U stands for Union Territories. F stands for part 2. F stands for fundamental rights, and part 2 stands for C. That was part 2 was citizenship, and part 3 is fundamental right, and part 4 is directive principle of state policy. Now let's see the part 4A. In this part 4A, part of 4A is also there. So our part 4A will be part 4A. Part 4A is fundamental duties. Part 4A, you may see you can fly directly from. Okay, D was this directly principle of state policy, and now F is one more time fundamental duties about fundamental duties. Right? Now mnemonics was for D directive principle of state policy. Part 4 and part 4A mnemonics was from. So you can fly directly from. So F stands for fundamental duties, which is a part of 4A. 4A it is a part of fundamental duties, and part 4 is a part of D, that's directive principle of state policy. 4A is fundamental rights, and part 4 is directive principle of state policy, and part 4A is fundamental duties. And this is same but having another meaning. Okay, fundamental duties in 4A, and part 4 is directive principle of state policy. Now let's move to the part 5. What is part 5? See, part 5, the mnemonics word is what? You can fly directly from US to UP. So US is U stand for part 5 is union. Part 5 is about union, and part 6 is about states. Part 6 is about Indian Constitution. Part 6 is about states. What it is about? States. Right? Part 5 it is about union, and part 6 is about states. Now let's move to the part 7. Part 7. Okay. Part 7 is mnemonics. As I told, you can fly directly from US to UP to meet child of Shyam and Ram. So here comes UP. So part 7 is repealed. So it is repealed. Okay, now let's move to the part 8. Part 8 is our union territories. Okay, I'm very sorry for this. Wait a second. So here is part 8. Part 8 is about the union territories, and in part 1 it was also union territories, but in that it is given about union and its territories. And in this part 8 it has been repealed. Okay, and it has gone in amendment. This study I will teach you later on. But in part 8 it is union territories. Fine. Let's move to the next. Part 9. Part 9 is panchayat. Part 9 is panchayat. Okay. Now next is part 10. That is our part 10 is about 9A. There is also 9A. In 9A, 9 is part 9 is panchayat, and 9A is municipalities. Okay, fine. Municipalities. C-I. Fine. Part 9 9 is panchayat and part 9a is about municipalities. Now let's move how we will find the mnemonics in that sentence. See the word P, that of part 9, UP. Okay, fine. U stands for U, capital. I have taken capital. U stands for about part 8, that union territories, and P, panchayat. Next to meet child, meet, that's M, meet. M is municipality, part 9a. Next is our 9b. One more part is about of 9. Part 9 is panchayat, part 9a is municipalities, and part 9b. Part 9b. Part 9b. Part 9b is cooperative society. What is part 9b? Cooperative society. What is 9b about? Cooperative society. Now let's move to the next. Next is our part 10. Part 10. So part 10 is about schedule and tribal areas. Part 10 is about schedule and tribal areas. Part 9b was cooperative society, and part 10 is about part 10. Part 10 is about schedule and tribal areas. What is about this? Part 10, it is about schedule and tribal areas. Right? Now let's move to part 11. Part 11. So this is our another mnemonics sentence, meaningful sentence, that in this word only we will take out the first letter and we will put up into the parts, as we will mnemonics the first letter of the used sentence of the parts. So sentence is: fruits taste sweet to eat, so only eat Maggie as tasty snack. Let's take the first letter of the every words. Fruits, F, taste, T, sweet, S, to, T, eat, E, so, S, only, O, eat, E, Maggie, M, as, A, taste, T, snack, S. Only we will take the first letter of this words, all the words. So sentence is like this: fruits taste sweet to eat, so only eat Maggie as tasty snacks. So this is very quick and easy way to learn the parts of Indian Constitution. So let's go through the part 11. Part 11 is the word I have taken from the previous mnemonic sentence. You may match from this. The word R is there. That part 11 is relation between union and territories. Okay, and in this we will study in part 11. We will take about relations. So I have taken R word from the mnemonic sentence I have given previous. From this previous sentence I have given, you may see वीडियो प्लीज आप लोग प्रीवियस कर लो, तो आप लोग देखोगे ये मैंने एक और सेंटेंस दिया है इसके पहले भी, उसमें देखोगे आप लोग लास्ट में एक वर्ड होगा आर से होगा. दैट वर्ड इज राम. श्याम एंड राम आर दैट I will use over here in the part 11, that is relation between union and the states. Okay, write down this, note this. So here I go with part 11. So our part 11 is about relation relation between union and the states. So what was our nemonics word? Our nemonics word was R. This is the part of 11. Part 11, relation between union and the state. Now let's move to the part 11. Part 12. Okay. Let's move to the part 12. Part 12 is about finance, property, okay, and contracts and suits. What is about part 12? Finance. The word you may see are given you in mnemonics. Word F, fruits. Word F, finance, property, contracts and suits. This is a part of part 12 of Indian Constitution. Part 12 is finance, property, contracts and suits. Now let's move to the part 13. Okay. Now what is part 13? I have given you the mnemonics. You may see the word. So part 13 is trade. Part 13 is trade, commerce, within India. So word was that T, taste. You may see your mnemonics. Taste. Okay. Trade, commerce within India. What is the part 13 of Indian Constitution? Trade, commerce within India. Trade, commerce within India. It is easy. Now let's move to the part 14. What is part 14? Part 14 is service. Next one. Part 14 is service under union and the states. Okay, fine. So now see, part 14 of Indian Constitution says about service under union and the state. Now there is one more part of part 14, so we will write it as part 14A. Part 14 is about tribunal. What it is about? Tribunals. Tribunals is the word that is. It is about the basically it is the form of law and justice. Judicial word. It is described. The word law of court means in this the work of court is very important. Dischargement of law and order. This described in this part 14A. Next is 14. Next is above 14. Not 14, over 14 only A. Next is above 15. 15 is our election. Part 15 of Indian Constitution. Part 15 is what? Election. Part 15 is election. You may see in your mnemonics word, it is there E word, and the full form is E, election. Part 15 is elections. What is part 16? Now, what is part 16? Part 16 is about special provisions. Part 16 is about special provisions. Special provision relating to certain class. Part 16 is about Indian Constitution. It is special provisions relating to certain class. Okay, fine. Now let's move to the part 17. Part 17 is official language. Part 17 is official language. Part 17 of Indian Constitution, it is official language. Next, Part 18. Part 18 is emergency provinces. Emergency province. Emergency province, that comes under Part 18 of Indian Constitution. Next is our Part 19. Part 19 is about miscellaneous. Miscellaneous. Okay, that means it's extra. A part means in this you may say like हम लोग जैसे general knowledge पढ़ते हैं extra, all together. In this the part 19 comes under miscellaneous. Next is part 20. We have reached part 20. Part 20 is amending. Part 20 is amending the Constitution. Amending the Constitution. It comes under Part 20. Indian Constitution. Part 20 comes under amending the Constitution. Next is 21. 21 is temporary, transitional and special provisions. Temporary, transitional and special provisions. So, temporary, transitional and special provision. Special provision. What is part 21 of Indian Constitution? It is temporary, transition and special provision. Now let's move to the part 22. Part 22 is our part 22. Part 22 is short title. Date of commencement. Date of commencement. Short title, date of commencement, and one more. Authoritative. Text in Hindi. So part 22 is short title, date of commencement and authoritative text in Hindi. So and repeal also. In this, under this, repeal is also there. Repeal, PEAL, जिसमें हम लोग सही कर सकते हैं जो गलत अगर हो गया आर्टिकल उसे सही करना है, वो किसके अंदर आता है? 22 के अंदर ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. Now, so thank you for watching my video. Please do like, subscribe or comment. If you will go through my nemonics, that sentence I have used over here, then you will be all cleared about all the parts of Indian Constitution over here. That all 22 Constitution parts I have given in a mnemonic sentence in a way, in a proper sentence I have used for mnemonics, that it will make a very clear and brief in learning. It will make easy to learn the Indian Constitution parts. Okay, fine. Thank you all of you for watching my video. Please do subscribe and like and comment and do share. Thank you.